Hey Esther, I just wanted to congratulate you on your birth. I know that I'm a little late to send this message, but I was so happy to hear the news.
Oh, thank you so much. And it's okay to be a little late. I feel like the brother-in-law gets a bit of a pass.
Well, I appreciate you saying that. Was it really true that you had twins? That's crazy.
Yes, it was even crazier giving birth to them, honestly. But I had 2 boys.
Amazing. That just really is some great news. I really am happy for you to hear that.
Thank you again for that, Jack. That's very sweet of you. Although I really think that the hard part is only going to be from here on out.
I'm sure it won't be easy with 2 kids running around, but I am sure that the happy times will far outweigh the bad ones, right? I mean, you know that we have our son as well, and he's already a handful. I can't really imagine taking care of 2 kids at once.
Yeah, we've already had our hands full with these 2 little ones. I didn't think that I'd already be this worn out, but anyways, thank you so much for reaching out and for your kind words, Jack.
Of course. I almost didn't say anything because I assumed you 2 were so busy.
But I'm really glad that you did, and your gift was just amazing. Those towels were so soft. I'm sure that they're going to be just perfect for when we have to bathe the twins.
I really hope so. I got some ones that I guess our doctor recommended for babies. Although, I guess twins means that all your laundry be doubled too, huh?
Oh yes, our laundry basket is already full, and we just did the washing a couple of days ago. All I know is that there are going to be some serious changes around here. It honestly makes me a little scared just thinking about it.
Like I said, it won't be easy, but it will be all worth it. And if you ever need any help, feel free to come to us for anything, okay?
Well, that's really sweet of you to offer, but isn't Hillary having quite a time of things already? I mean, I would have to guess that your son has probably entered his terrible 2s already, right?
Yeah, you've heard right about that. And I know that Hillary is also starting to get to her wit's end. Ever since Junior learned how to walk, we really just haven't been able to take our eyes off of him at all.
I don't blame you. Who knows what a little guy like him might get up to?
It's true, but it also means that we have a bit of experience with babies. So please, don't hesitate to come to us with any questions you might have.
I already feel better knowing that Ted and I aren't alone in raising these 2. Well, thank you so much.
Of course. Although I'm sure that your parents have also offered just as much as I am here. So either way, just know that you have lots of people who want to support you.
Well, you know that my parents don't know everything, right? And of course they're helping us how they can, but it also doesn't help that my family lives so far away. And as for Ted's mother, well, I'm just getting a bit worried about her health. So it really does mean a lot to hear that you're so willing to be there for me.
Of course. And if that's the case, then again, just know that you can come to me with anything.
Excellent. I might just have to take you up on the offer one day.
Although now that I say that, you should also know that I'm going to be getting a bit busy with work from here on out. And I'm actually going to be leaving on a business trip next week so that the house is going to be empty.
Oh, I didn't know that. Where are you going to be on this business trip of yours?
They're actually sending me all the way to India, if you can believe it.
Oh, wow. So it's not just a business trip to another state. You're going to a whole different continent.
Yeah, and this business trip is going to be really, really long time. So I guess you might end up talking to Hillary for advice more than me. But I know that she'll be more than happy to help you out as well. So don't you worry about that.
Oh, thank you so much. I feel so bad that you're already doing so much for us. I don't know what else to say except how grateful I am for you.
It's not a big deal at all. Besides, Hillary is always talking about how she misses taking care of Junior when he was just a little baby. And what's more, we're family. Of course we'd be there for each other.
In that case, if I have any questions next week, I guess I'll reach out and ask Hillary about that. Hey, Esther, are you there? I'm really sorry to be asking this out of the blue, but I have a small favor. Oh, hey there, Hillary. What seems to be on your mind? If I can help you, then I'll do my best. Oh, thank you so much. You really are the best. You see, I would really, really appreciate it if you could look after Junior tomorrow. I know that it's sudden, and I'm really sorry to drop this on you like that. You want me to look after him tomorrow? Yes, if it's possible. You see, a close friend of mine actually passed away recently, and, well, tomorrow is the funeral. I would bring Junior if he were a bit older, but I don't think that he'll be able to sit still and stay quiet through the whole thing, and I'd really like to be there. Oh my gosh, Hillary, I'm so sorry to hear that. If you need me to watch Junior for that, then of course we'll take him for the day. Are you sure? I know that it's last minute, and I would hate to put you out, but I would have to leave him at your house early in the morning, and I wouldn't return until pretty late. Of course, you take all the time you need, Hillary. I really don't want you to have to worry about anything else. Well, thank you so much for understanding, Esther. This really means so much to me. After all, I know that your kids are still so small. Oh, you don't have to worry about the twins at all. Besides, we're family and we should be there for each other. And I really do understand why you wouldn't want to bring Junior to a funeral. That's obviously a place where you would want everyone to stay quiet and respectful through the whole thing. That's exactly what I'm thinking, and Junior is just in his terrible twos, and he is always running off, and I just don't think I'd be able to keep an eye on him. I was going to go and ask my parents for help with this, but they're just so strict. Well, not only that, but your mother-in-law might not be in the best shape physically to take care of small children. It really is true, though. Ever since my dad passed away a few years ago, my mom's condition has only worsened. I've lost track of the amount of times we've had to take her to the hospital. And we would hate for one of the kids to accidentally pass something on to your mom. I heard that her immune system really isn't what it used to be, so I think it's best if we watch your kids. I would just be so sad if something happened to your mom because she was watching the kids. I am so happy that you understand where I'm coming from. I just feel bad because I have parents, but I can't really ask them for much. So I'm sorry that all of this ends up falling more on you. Oh, you really don't have anything to apologize for at all. After all, my parents live quite far from here, so I understand. I really do wish I had more people who I could go to ask for help, but I think that you're really the only person that I can go to now that Jack is off on his business trip. Oh, that's right. I had almost forgotten. I can't believe that his work sent him all the way to India. Yeah, but he's always going on business trips. This is just the first time in a long time that he's had to go so far away. But it isn't easy either way since he spends so much time out of the house, especially now that we have Junior. I know, it's like you're practically a single parent. That really can't be easy on you at all. But I can relate with how busy my husband is as well. I feel like I do all the parenting around here. Oh, yes, I forgot how busy his work likes to keep my little brother. But you would think that they'd be a little more understanding since you two have twins now. You would hope so, but I don't see that happening anytime soon, to be perfectly honest with you. And now that I'm taking time off of work, I feel bad because now Ted has to work even harder. I mean, twins are literally twice as expensive as having just one baby. And having one baby is already expensive enough, I would know. But I guess maybe this is just our lot in life, isn't it? I suppose for now it might be, yeah. But I'm just really glad that I have someone who can emphasize with the kinds of things that I've been going through now. It's good to know that we both have someone we can count on if we need any help, and thank you so much for agreeing to take Junior. If you ever need a rest for your twins, you just let me know, okay? Whenever I'm free, I'm more than happy to take care of them now and then. Well, thank you so much for saying all of that. It really does mean so much to me. To be honest with you, I've been getting so little sleep lately that every day is starting to feel like a haze. Oh, I understand that. I remember when Junior was a baby, he used to keep Jack up at all hours of the night. I wished so badly I had someone I could ask for help then. Of course, I can completely see why. I mean, one kid or two kids, it's too much work for one person to do. Well, don't you worry about things from now on. You have someone that you can talk to when it gets hard, and who'll help you when they can. It really does make me so happy to know that I have such supportive siblings-in-law. Of course! After all, that's what family does, right? What kind of family would we be if we weren't supporting each other? Well then, look out, because I just might be asking you for a little favor in the future then. As you should. Anyways, I will see you tomorrow when I drop off Junior at your place. It shouldn't be too late in the morning when I do. Oh, Esther, are you there? I was just wondering if you wouldn't mind looking after Junior for me again. You need me to look after your son again? I feel like lately you've been having me look after him every 3 days. I know that it's been kind of often, but I'm just really busy with things here, and it would mean so much to me if you could do this. You know that I don't have anyone else that I can go to for these sorts of things, right? Right, but I'm just saying that it's not even been a month since the first time you asked me to watch Junior. And since then, I feel like I've watched him at least a dozen times. I mean, what could be keeping you so busy that you have to leave him with me so often? If you really don't have anyone else to watch him, maybe you should put off some of these errands. Esther, you know that I'm not trying to get you to watch Junior for me on purpose, right? It's just that these are things that I've had scheduled for a while. I really do understand the first time where you were going to your friend's funeral, but what could be as important as that so that you have to leave him with me? I just have a lot going on in my life right now, okay? I really respect being busy, Hillary, but I also have my hands full with the twins. I'm still barely able to get any sleep because I'm so busy dealing with them. So I really just don't know if I'm up to watch Junior again. He really knows how to take it out of me. I just don't think I can do it this time. Oh, come on. You're going to be just fine. I can just wear him out before I drop him off at your place, right? Then he'll just be sleeping the whole time and it'll be so easy for you. Hillary, please, I just don't think that this is going to work out. I really do feel like I'm already at my limits. I'm tired and I can't take any more. So please, don't make me have to keep telling you now. And please don't just bring him over suddenly like you have before. What are you talking about? I always ask like this if I can bring Junior over. I never just surprise you with him. But how many times have I tried to tell you that I can't watch him before this? There have been plenty of times where I've told you no and you've just dropped Junior off and drove away. I really don't appreciate you pretending like you don't know what I'm talking about. I'm sorry, but you still took him in, didn't you? You should have been more clear that you were serious about not watching him. If you really turned me down seriously, then I wouldn't have been so confused by your mixed signals to leave him with you. Except that I have told you in very clear language that I don't want to watch him. Okay, well, saying you don't want to and saying that you can't or won't are different things, aren't they? You really need to be more careful with your language. Besides, weren't you the one talking about how great it is that we're able to be there for each other? I do still think that's great, but I don't think that we're being there for each other. I think it's more like I'm just being there for you. Okay, well, sure, that might be how it seems right now, but that's just because I'm at a busy point in my life. And I thought that I was going to be able to count on you being there for me like you said you were going to. And I really do want to be able to be there for you, but I also need to prioritize myself and rest. And I just really don't feel good today, so I really think that I need to give myself a break. I'm just in no state at all to be able to take care of a little kid right now. Please, you have to do this for me. If you can't take him, then I won't be able to do all of the errands that I need to today. Well, I am telling you that the answer is no. You will just have to find someone else to watch Junior. But the whole reason that I am coming to you about this is because I don't have anyone else at all to ask for this. I thought that you would understand where I'm coming from and want to support me. Why would you talk about being there for me if you weren't going to follow through? Are you really just suggesting that I should leave Junior at home all by himself? I never once said anything like that at all. But you realize that that's what's going to happen if I can't find someone who can watch over Junior, don't you? Not that you even care about what happens to him at this point. Anyways, I'm just going to bring him over to your place, okay? Hold on just 1 second. I am telling you that I don't want to and can't take Junior in. I am so sorry, but something came up and I just really need someone to look after Junior today. I should be there in 10 minutes with him. Thanks so much for doing this. No, this is not going to happen, and you really need to cut this out. I don't ever want you to bring Junior around here again. Do you understand? Wait a second. What? Why are you acting this way towards me? You're being so mean. You were the one who told me that I needed to speak to you clearly when it came to this, right? So I am using very strong and clear language to make it clear that I am not going to watch Junior now or ever again. Now tell me, do you understand what I'm saying to you? You are just so horrible. Do you know that? Are you trying to make fun of me or something? I'm not making fun of you, but I'm turning you down. You said that you're on your way with Junior. So I am telling you that I will not be taking care of him. You really have some serious nerve talking to me like that. You think you're better than me? You think that you don't have to help me out? Don't you realize that I'm your sister-in-law? You owe me this. We're family. I really don't think that you get how family works. I mean, you may be my sister-in-law, but that doesn't entitle you to anything. And quite frankly, I really don't want anything to do with you anymore. But I don't understand. Where is this even coming from? Why are you acting this way? I'm only asking you to look after one kid. Are you really telling me that you won't do this for me? I need someone to watch Junior. I don't have anyone else that I can go to. Don't you get that? Well, I think that I have done more than my fair share of helping you out. You've been asking me for help over and over again, and you haven't listened to what I have to tell you at all. And now I just really don't feel like helping you out anymore, okay? And the reason is because you have been forcing me to help you this whole time. I haven't been forcing you to do anything. You told me that you wanted to help me, and I'm just taking you up on the offer. I mean, you already had twins. What difference does one more child make? Besides, we're all family here, aren't we? The fact of the matter is that you're my sister-in-law and I'm older than you, so you need to do what I tell you. That literally makes no sense at all. We're both adults. Why should I listen to you just because you're older? I've been there for you this whole time, and you have really taken advantage of my kindness. But now I am standing up for myself and telling you that I am not going to watch your kid anymore. But you have to. I actually don't have to, thank you very much. My house is not a daycare. Do you understand me? You hardly even leave the house. It's not like you don't have the spare time to be able to do this. I don't get why you can't watch him for me. Are you seriously going to burn your bridge with me over something like this? Don't you realize the effect that's going to have on interacting with the rest of my family? Good luck trying to be a good daughter-in-law when you're acting this way. You are the one who continues to drag Junior over here and drop him off without my permission. In fact, you've basically blackmailed me into doing that several times by saying that if I don't, you'll leave him all on his own.
Besides, you're just asking me to watch Junior so that you can go and cheat on your husband.
Excuse me? How dare you talk to me like that? Just who do you think you are to say something like that to me?
It's me, Hillary. It's your husband, Jack.
What? Do you think that I'm stupid or something? My husband Jack is away on a business trip right now. He's not there with you.
It really is me, Hillary. I got some distressing messages from Esther and came back from my trip. Although I will have to go back and finish my time there in a couple days.
So then, wait, you've really come back?
That's right. Now, what is all this that I'm hearing about you making Esther look after Junior? Because since I've been away, you've been telling me that you've been at home with our son all day.
This can't be happening. Please tell me this is some kind of joke. Did you really come all the way back just because of what Esther was saying?
Well, you were hardly even replying to my messages before now, so I felt like I didn't have a choice. And Esther was telling me all about how you've been leaving Junior with her. So I thought that something must be up back home. I started to do some digging, and that's how I found out about the affair. I know that you've been seen coming in and out of a hotel with some young man. I know that you've even taken him into our house before. I have photo evidence, so don't try and deny it.
No, you've got this all wrong. This is just one big misunderstanding.
Oh, really? And just what do I have wrong here, huh?
I mean, me and that guy, we weren't actually seeing each other. I was just with him to kill time, but it really wasn't serious. You have to believe me.
So, you decided to cheat on me to kill time. Is that what you're telling me? I guess I just thought that you had found a better way to spend your free time while I was away.
I don't even know what to say to this. You have to know that I never meant to hurt you at all.
Then let me tell you what's going to happen next since I have to return to India. I'm going to hire a divorce lawyer and you're going to sign whatever paperwork he gives you that ends our wedding. Got it? Then I'm going to sue you for your affair and make you pay for cheating on me. Finally, I'm going to get full custody of Junior and take care of him.
No, you can't do that to me. It isn't fair. Please, Jack, can't we talk about this? You can't just destroy my family like this. I don't want to lose you or Junior.
Well, you should have thought about that before you chose to run around with some other man. I thought that losing us like this would have been just what you were hoping for.
Of course not. I would never want to lose either of you. I don't know what I'd do with you both. Oh, please don't do this to me.
Why are you so upset about losing Junior now? It's not like you were spending all that much time with him since I left. You were just leaving him with his aunt while you had all the fun you wanted.
Please, Jack, you have no idea how hard it is being a single mother like this. I needed a break, that's all.
I really am not interested in whatever excuses you've come up with to try and excuse this. I want a divorce, and that's final.
But you can't just decide that. You and I have to talk about this.
Why? You were the one cheating on me. You were the one finding ways to get rid of Junior for the day. And you were the one forcing Esther to take care of him. You've only cared about yourself this whole time, and suddenly you think that we have to care about what you want? I'm never, ever going to forgive you for what you've done, and if I never see you again, I'll be happy. Anyways, you'll be hearing from my lawyer soon enough. Please don't make this take any longer than it needs.
You can't just end the conversation like this. Please, Jack, there is still so much more to talk about. Jack, please come back. You can't just leave me like this. Jack? Hello? Esther? Is anyone there? After that, Jack followed through on what he had said and hired a lawyer to handle the divorce while he returned to India to complete his assignment abroad. Hillary was made to pay for her affair and lost custody of Junior. Thankfully, Jack's work was very understanding and insisted that he return home to be with his son and get a handle on his affair. Jack returned back home and moved with Junior into his parents' house while he looked for a new place to live. While at his parents' house, Hillary began to show up and shout things at Jack and Junior from the street. The situation got so bad that Jack once again had to take Hillary to court and had a restraining order placed against her. I could only wonder at the effect all this would have on Junior growing up. But after that, Hillary stopped bothering Jack and even stopped messaging me. I heard she sold all her things and used the money to move to a new city where nobody would know her. Now that things have settled down, it's much better. Jack and Junior were able to move into a nice condo in the city, and Jack hasn't been sent on a business trip in a month. The two of them come over to my house frequently as the twins have grown quite attached to their cousin after spending so much time with him. Of course, I'm sad about how things ended up with Hillary, since I really did think that we'd be able to get along better. But I'm glad that we're all doing so well with moving on with our lives. Thank you for watching. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to see more content like this.
Harmony, I just finished up work, so I'll be coming home now. Did you make dinner for me?
Hello, Duncan. I just finished making dinner a few hours ago, so it's ready to eat when you come home. Will you eat it right when you come through the door?
I think so. Did Kyle already finish all his dinner?
He did. I made sure this time. He and I ate right after I finished cooking. Did you want to eat with him or something?
No, actually. I don't want to see Kyle's face right now, so that's good he ate dinner already. When I get home, tell that boy not to come out of his room at all.
Hey, why are you being so rash right now? I'm sure you're a little upset right now about him having failed his last test, but it's not the end of the world. I'm sure he already knows as well that he messed up, so you don't have to make him feel any worse about it.
Well, he made me feel bad. All of that time spent helping him study was for what? I can't believe after a whole year of being in that school with my help, he failed that freaking test. How dare he? I want all that time I spent teaching him back now.
Would you stop talking like that? He is your son, and he tried his very best. And you yourself were telling him that it's not a big deal if he passed that test or not, right? Now you're going to get all angry about it as though you were lying to him that whole time?
It doesn't matter if that test meant much, because he failed it. My family has all been known for being very well educated. I myself made it through grade school with straight A's, and then went on to a very prestigious university. And you went there as well, right? I will not have the son of two very well intelligent and educated people like us fail any test. I said that the test wasn't that important, but I did not say that he can fail it that badly. He shouldn't have failed it at all. Are you going to tell me that you forgave him for what he did?
I really don't want to have to bring this up to you, but the reason that Kyle failed that test was because of you. You have no right to be ignoring what you did and blaming him for everything.
Huh? Why was that my fault? No matter how you look at it, it's the boy's fault.
And it's that reason right there, because you always have to blame someone for everything that Kyle did not pass the test. I get that it was his last test of the year, but you were pushing him so hard, having him study every single night for 2 to 3 hours straight. That looked more like you bullying the poor kid than anything else.
I did all of that for his sake. And well, I never thought that he was that much of an idiot though. I will apologize for not realizing that about him sooner. Ha ha ha.
Do you have any idea how many times you made your son cry by forcing him to study like that all the time? You never let him go out to see any of his friends. That kid has been studying for pretty much 1 whole year for a test that literally did not matter because his grades were already fine. And the other thing that's really not okay here is that he's only a 6th grader. Who really cares about his grades when he's in elementary school?
I told you that was all for his sake. If he doesn't start to become perfect now, then he's never going to be a useful adult in the future. So he has no time to be going out and playing anymore.
You have been doing all of this to our son without even listening to what I've had to say, right? And this is the result of it. Your son breaking down and failing his last test of the year. Kyle has started to avoid looking at you whenever you're both home together. Do you really think that's a good thing for either of you?
It's because you keep spoiling the kid that he's turned into an idiot. You are a failure as a mother for acting that way. The only two to blame here for his failures are you and him.
Why are you not able to think about the way your son feels? Looking at his face nowadays, he seems so hollow and sad. And when he even has to be in the same room as you, he freezes up and looks as though he's living in the gulag. You are the one who has failed at being a decent father for doing this to him.
I come from a family of very well-educated people. He was the one that started to dirty our reputation, so it's only right that he acts that way now. And now, I'm going to make sure he's aware of just how badly he screwed up. An idiot like him will no longer be my son.
I cannot believe you are taking things this far. The fact that you even have the nerve to say something like that is far beyond me.
I'm just being honest about things. There's no way my son should be that stupid. Could that be because he's not my son at all? Ha ha ha.
You asshole. I'm done talking to you. Don't even bother coming home tonight. I don't want to see your face anymore.
That's the way I feel about you now, too. I'll go find myself a hotel to stay at tonight, and then I'll be going right back into work tomorrow.
Please do that. And while you're at it, work on calming yourself down a little so that I'll allow you to come back home. I just want you to stop acting like such a jerk and maybe take a long second to think about your son for a change.
Harmony, I'm sorry about yesterday night. I became so upset then, I couldn't control everything I said. I'm sorry.
Were you able to take some time and think about how Kyle feels?
Yes, I was able to calm myself down after some time, and that's when I put some thought into him. I know now that what I had been doing to and saying about Kyle was very wrong, and I am sorry for all of that.
I don't want to ask this, but are you being serious about what you're saying right now? It's only been a day, yet you're already saying you've thought it all through and are sorry for everything?
I understand why you'd ask that, but I have really thought about a lot of things all night long. I know that I've been forcing you and Kyle to live with my views on how things should be run for a long time now. That's what I think now.
If you really have thought about all your wrongs, then I guess we're okay now. But it's only been one day since then, so I'm not sure just how much I can believe you.
And I can totally understand feeling that way. That's why I think the best way to go about this is by showing you that I've thought this all over and I'm sorry.
Showing me would be the easiest to understand. I'm sure for Kyle that would be the best way of getting him to forgive you as well. But what exactly do you plan to do that'll show the both of us that you're sorry and that you'll never do those things again? Saying you'll do something is the easy part, but actually doing said things will be far harder, right?
Well, to start, I'll make sure to show both of you that I really am sorry for last night. I understand that saying sorry is not much, but at the very least, it's a start.
I suppose that's true. And what else?
For the time being, I won't say anything about how Kyle studies. And I'll stop trying to avoid him as well. I'll make sure to be around him as a father and nothing else.
You are aware that both myself and Kyle are still not going to be able to trust you fully yet, right? I really hope you continue to just act as his father and nothing else.
I am the one that ended up corrupting my family's values. But I'll make sure that in order to change how I value my son, to work hard at that change every day.
I see. Well, that's really good to hear. I'm still not sure how well all of this is going to work out for you, but hearing you say that, it fills me with a tiny amount of hope. But just know that if things don't start to change with you, then I'll have to put in a lot more thought about you as well.
A lot more thought about me?
Listen, Duncan, in all honesty, I was starting to think that if you didn't get your behavior together after last night, then I'd have to divorce you.
What? Are you serious?
That's how badly the way you've been treating our son has impacted me. And that's why I thought to myself, if you weren't going to change for the better, that I'd have to do something about it. And a divorce was the plan.
Wait, but something like that? You can't be that serious about a divorce.
You have learned what you've done wrong and are going to start changing now, right? So then there's really nothing to worry about anymore.
I understand that, but I just felt like things came too close there then.
I want you to know that you shouldn't feel safe just yet. Next time something like yesterday happens, I'm not even going to think about whether or not to divorce you. That next time, I'll choose that option almost immediately.
Understood. So this means that I really did something terrible yesterday. I will keep note of that.
As long as you don't forget about what I've said just now, then we'll be all right. Now I have to start getting into work here. You have work yourself now, right? I think it's time for you to start heading in.
Well, about that. I was thinking about making some time for Kyle today, so I went and took the day off. I feel that in order to get you both to trust me again, it's better to start now than later.
Wait, but today Kyle has school. You knew that, right?
I'm sorry, but I'll have him come home from school today. Then him and I can spend the whole day together.
Just the two of you? That doesn't make me feel too comfortable. I'm a little bit worried about how he might feel around you still.
I told you that today my mom would be coming over, right? I'll have her come a little sooner to be around us. Then it will be just the three of us and not just Kyle and I. That should be fine, right?
Well, if your mom is there, I suppose it's fine. But you better not say or do anything wrong to Kyle then. You understand what would happen if you do anything to him, right?
I understand very well what'll happen. I told you that I thought about everything, and that I'm very sorry now, right? You can at least trust me a little bit with that, all right?
I'm going to talk with your mom about this just for my own heart's sake.
If you're still that worried, then go right ahead. Now, can you call Kyle's school and tell them that he'll be staying home today? I'll be home in a few to take care of him.
Juliana, excuse me. I was finally able to take my lunch and get my phone. How have Duncan and Kyle been today? Harmony! Oh, thank goodness! I was just about to start trying to get a hold of you. What's going on there? Kyle fell down the stairs at your place. We had an ambulance called for him, and right now he's in the hospital. What? He's in the hospital? How is Kyle doing right now? Is he going to be all right? He still isn't woken back up. Right now, the doctor is with him in the ICU and working on him. Harmony, you need to hurry up and come here quickly. Of course, I'll be right over there. Duncan is there with you guys as well, right? I haven't been able to get anything from Duncan all day. I tried texting him, and then I tried calling him, and he's replied to neither of those things. Today, Duncan and Kyle were both together, right? Do you have any idea where he went? Actually, I only just made it over a little bit ago. When I arrived at the apartment building, the ambulance was already there, and I saw Kyle being taken out. I'm not sure what happened with Duncan, but I knew I needed to focus on Kyle for the time being. But this morning when I spoke with you, you said you'd be over to the house as soon as you could, right? And, well, after I was on the phone with you, I got a call from Duncan. He told me it'd be better for me to come around noon. All right, I see. Well, for the time being, let's just forget about Duncan then. Right now, we have to be focused on how Kyle is doing. That's right. So please, get here as quickly as you can. Yes, I'm working on that right now. I'll be there really soon. I am beyond shocked. Why are you in the same hospital as Kyle right now? Your mom was telling me the whole time that she wasn't able to get any kind of a response from you.
There was no way I can get back to her during everything. I was being taken into the hospital at the time and didn't know where I placed my phone.
I understand that, Duncan, but tell me why things turned out this way. Not only is Kyle in the hospital, but you are too? Something has gone very wrong here, and I want to know what happened.
You're telling me? I never thought that Kyle would ever do something as crazy as he did. How could that kid even be considered my son at this point? He is messed up.
Kyle is... What did Kyle do?
Before we talk about that, there's something I have to ask you. How is Kyle doing right now? Right now you were with him, making sure he is doing okay, right? Has he woken up or anything yet?
Well, at this point, he is still being cared for by the doctors and nurses. He had a terrible fall down the stairwell at the apartment building. Luckily, there were not too many other injuries to the rest of his body besides his head, but it will take a lot of time before he can be released.
I see. Well, at least he's still not in life-threatening condition.
But things are still not okay, Duncan. Kyle is still in that room and is barely even conscious.
And the only reason why you think things are worse than I do is because you have no idea what happened.
What happened then, Duncan?
On that day, him and I left the apartment to go and get something for lunch. But then, my mom told me she'd be coming to the apartment, so him and I started to head back. And as we were going up those stairs, he shoved me down them. I don't even want to think of him as my son anymore.
Kyle did that? Why would he do something like that to you?
I'm sure he was pissed about his final test results still. And just as I was getting around to realizing all the pain I'd caused him, this happened. I'm sorry, but I can't deal with you and that brat anymore.
Then what are you going to do?
Once he gets out of this hospital, I'll have my mom start taking care of him. Something like that actually happened between us. You shouldn't be against my choice, right?
Look, Duncan, you told me quite a few things just then that really make no sense at all to me. You're the jerk that pushed him down those stairs. Don't you dare blame my son for something you did ever again, you freak.
What? What's gotten into you, Harmony? What just happened?
Don't ask me what just happened. I was waiting for you to apologize to me for what you'd done, yet instead you started to tell me he pushed you down those stairs? How about you get some sleep before you start to say crap like that? Because so far the only words I'm hearing from your mouth are in your dreams.
Wait, no. I'm telling you the truth right now. Really? After that happened to me, you're still going to take the side of that brat? Look at the bigger picture, for God's sake. What would be the point of me doing something like that to him?
I'm sure there are plenty of reasons for what you did, one of them being that he failed his final test.
And I told you that I didn't care about that anymore. I said that from here on out, I'd make things right between him and I. So why would I do something like that to him?
You've been wanting to do that to him, right? You wanted to show me just how sorry you were, right? And that meant you going home and abusing my little boy? You wanted him out of the family after he failed that test, and that's why you did that to him.
Huh? What are you going on about right now? Seriously? You're starting to go just as crazy as he is. I get that I'm not the perfect father, but I'm still his dad. I would never ever do anything that would harm my son.
And that's what I thought myself as well. I believed that no matter how much you hated your son, you would never do anything to hurt him. That's why I was okay in the end with you spending the day with him alone. Even though your mom was coming home later, I was going to be all right with it.
Right. And you still believe that? So stop saying such BS lies about me when you don't even have the evidence to back it up.
But the thing is, Duncan, I have the evidence. I have security footage of you clearly pushing our son down those stairs.
There's no way in hell you have something like that.
Well, unfortunately, I do. You might have never known about this, but a while back, I had told you about how the apartment complex would be installing security cameras all throughout the building. And, well, they got all those cameras installed a few weeks ago.
They had cameras installed?
At first, the building owner was just talking about having them installed at the front entrance. But many people started to ask that they be installed at stairwells and elevators too. And that's how you were able to be caught clear as day shoving Kyle down those stairs.
That's just the camera's fault. I'm sure that the angling was just off and it made it seem as though I pushed him. And that's why you're blaming me for his fall now?
Are you serious?
Of course. And here's another thing. Even if I had pushed him down those stairs, then why did I end up falling down those stairs too? No matter how you try and frame all of this on me, what makes you think I'd force myself down those stairs too on my own?
As he was falling down the first step, he grabbed a hold of you and got you off balance, right? And that's how you ended up falling with him. It's all in that video, Duncan. Are you really going to continue trying to make up excuses against the hard evidence?
I told you that the camera's angle was bad. The video it took just made it seem as though I pushed him.
Then why were you telling your mom to wait until noon to come? Why couldn't she have just come first thing in the morning like she'd said?
That's because those things changed on my schedule, and I couldn't have her come in earlier in the day. I was just asking her to come later on for my sake.
Oh, is that so? So you're telling me that it was just a coincidence that you asked your mom to come right after your son pushed you down all those stairs? And then it was just a coincidence that the time she showed up was right as the ambulance arrived? That's pretty amazing how well everything lined up.
That's just how things played out, so stop trying to pick my brain over it. I'm telling you that I never expected my own flesh and blood to do such things to me. I don't want to tell the police or anything about this, but I'd like to distance myself from him. Shouldn't that be fine with you?
We'll see. I'm just a little stuck on the whole thing about how what Kyle has told me and what you're telling me is all completely different.
Huh? What Kyle's told you?
Did I not mention that? Kyle's awake. And that's who I learned about everything from first.
Kyle's the one that did all of this, so of course he'd lie about what happened.
This wasn't just what he told me, though. The police are totally agreeing with his story after they looked at the security footage. So are you going to keep telling me it was Kyle who did all of that to you?
The police? Did you actually? You called the police?
Well, after hearing Kyle's story, I had to make sure the criminal was taken care of. Anyway, whatever other excuses you have now can wait. The police would be more than happy to listen to them when they come to get you. They're already on their way to your room right now, so just hang tight.
Wait a second, Harmony. I am still healing right now. And also, if they take me away, you'll be in trouble yourself, right?
If you really weren't to blame for any of this, then why are you starting to get all worked up now? You can calm down and have a little chat with them is all. You seem to really think you did nothing wrong, so let's see if they can agree with that. Although I'm not too sure they will. After that, the police that arrived to talk with Duncan ended up taking him into custody and moved him out of the hospital. He didn't really get all too hurt anyway in his fall down those stairs and was only in the hospital to get some x-rays done, and that was it. So the doctors had no problem with the police taking him away and actually encouraged it after hearing about what he did to Kyle. After being taken into the police station, he was shown the footage of him pushing Kyle down the stairwell, and then asked one last time if he'd done it or not. At that point, he confessed, and with that, the police told him he wouldn't be going anywhere for some time and would have to get nice and comfortable in a jail cell. Of course, after all that Duncan had done to my little boy, this led to me divorcing him. I'm not sure what's happened to him since being locked up in a county jail, because I cannot be asked to go there and visit, so who knows if he's doing all right or not. The only thing I've heard about from the police is that he continues to blame Kyle for all that's happened, saying that if Kyle had never failed that simple test, he wouldn't be in jail. However, in my eyes, along with everyone else's, the education that one has means nothing when you never learned how to think about others and their feelings, and go to all lengths to cause harm to those that you chose not to understand. So, really, you could say that Kyle is even smarter than his own dad, and honestly, I completely agree with that now. After what had happened to him, Kyle had to spend a few weeks in the hospital as the doctors made sure his head was healing up okay. But after being released from there, he was then able to join some of his old friends and enjoy their summer break before he entered his first year as a middle schooler. Now he's in 7th grade, and so far has been excelling at all of his schoolwork, while also having some time to spend with his friends. It seems that even after all the things his dad did to him, both physically and mentally, Kyle is able to move on and enjoy his life, with none of that holding him back. And seeing that makes